The breaking economic news. The August jobs report was released moments ago. It shows the U.S. economy added 145,000 jobs in August, coming in lower than what economists expected. For more, let's bring in NBC News senior business analyst and host of the 11th Hour, Stephanie Ruhle. Also with us, we have special correspondent at Vanity Fair and the host of the Fast Politics podcast, Molly Jong-Fast, and Jonathan Lemire, of course, is still with us as well. So, Stephanie, break this down for us.
Listen, jobs are slowing in this country. It's expected. When interest rates are really high, the economy slows, businesses start to slow, but they're not falling off a cliff. Definitely, they're slightly below what was expected. But remember, 2 weeks from now, the Fed is going to meet. And at this point, it's sort of universally accepted, believed they're going to cut rates. The question is how much. We'll soon find out. But the thing that I think is noticeable is wage growth. Wage growth continues to outpace inflation. But here's the problem, Mika. Even if you have more money in your pocket, when you go to a deli and your sandwich costs $15 or groceries are still really expensive, it angers you. So we have this very positive wage growth number, but it doesn't help as far as sentiment in this country.
So 142,000 jobs added. This still give us what can we glean in terms of the overall health of the economy? You're right to note the Federal Reserve meeting in a couple of weeks, but like right now, how should Americans feel about how things are going?
Good. The economy is strong. The economy is very strong. There are jobs out there to be had. As I just mentioned, wages are very good. We're not in bad shape. The stock market is doing well. Obviously, the stock market is different from the economy. And look at what we just heard from Goldman Sachs this week. If we were to get a Donald Trump presidency, they believe GDP will be significantly worse. We just heard from a whole swath of CEOs this morning, CNBC reporting that they're endorsing Kamala Harris because they're looking for stability. And I haven't even mentioned President Trump's speech yesterday or remarks at New York's Economic Club, which can generously be described as a nonsensical word salad.
Yeah, not the weave, Molly, to be sure. So let's go there. I mean, the economy was supposed to be Trump's probably top argument for election this November. And we have seen the metrics have been strong. The Biden White House has had trouble communicating that to the American people. Polls suggest that the vice president is not being tethered to that, and she's doing a little bit of a better job. The debate's on Tuesday. How should she talk about the economy then?
Well, and I think this is a really important point that you just brought up, and I want to go back to this tariffs idea. So they went to him during this talk, the Economic Club of New York, and they asked him how he would make child care more affordable, and he brought up tariffs.
It makes absolutely no sense. And the thing that's galling is, you said, people think, Donald Trump, the economy was going to be his strong suit. It is his strong suit for a certain group of people. If you run a giant corporation, because he is saying we're going to continue to cut the tax rate for corporations. And if you're someone out there who's super rich, you do not have to worry that he's going to look to level the playing field when it comes to taxes. And the fact that yesterday he said he's going to pay for childcare by tariffs, blanket tariffs in this country are going to do one thing. They're going to raise prices for consumers here. And if you think back to when Donald Trump was president and you saw the tariff experiment, what did it do? It put American farmers in peril, so much so that we needed to put forth an enormous amount of money in aid for those farmers. So the thing that's extraordinary about yesterday is that was not a room of low information voters who don't know any better. That was a room of people who are highly educated when it comes to financial literacy. And the fact that people didn't walk out and that they even applauded tells you one thing. They want their taxes cut and they want Lina Khan gone from the FTC. And everything else they're saying is A-OK with them.
Yeah, because